Have you ever been playing 99 Nights in the Forest and wondered, why do I die so much? Why can't I even make it past day 5, day 10, or even day 20? Well, that was me until I learned these 15 tips and tricks on how to beat 99 Nights in the Forest. And guys, make sure to stay till the end of the video because I saved my best trick for last. And don't just skip ahead because I will know. I'm watching. Okay guys, the first tip I have for you is to take advantage of the first night. So as you can see, it is the first night right now, and this is the only night where the deer won't attack you. It just won't. It'll just look at you. So that means you need to take advantage of collecting supplies for the fire and crafting. As you can see, over there is the deer, and he's not coming for me. He's just standing there. So see, I can just collect stuff, and collect stuff, and collect stuff, and the deer doesn't even care. Okay guys, tip number 2 is that when you get your fire to level 3, you need to only use wood for crafting. Because as you can see, one log only does that much fuel for the fire, and that is not good when you need to get all of that to get it to the next level. So, as you can see, this coal, that does a lot more. That is a lot more fuel. And this fuel canister, that is way more fuel. So wood isn't even worth it. So you should take all of that wood you collected on the first night and when looking around on the other nights, put it in crafting because it will do a lot better use there. But you should put it in the fire if it's like about to die because having a fire is better than not having a fire, no matter how much wood you have to waste. Okay, tip number 3 is to craft a map. And I know it doesn't seem that important, but it's only 3 wood. And if you go over here and place it, now you can see all of the little places you explored. And you can see if they have a chest in them and if that chest was already taken. So I'm just going to go and visit some of these houses and open the chest and you can see what happens. See, you can just come in here and there's a chest. And once you open it, I just got a revolver, see? That was definitely very good. And now on the map, it shows that the chest is now out of this house. So you don't waste time going back to houses you already looted. So you can get the most good stuff in the least amount of time. Okay, tip number 4 is to get day multipliers as early as you can. So after all of that gathering, you should have a good amount of supplies. So I'm going to get this old bed, which will increase the day counter by an extra 1. And I'm going to go back, upgrade my crafting bench, and I can get a regular bed. So now my days go up by 2 extra every single day, which will decrease the amount of time I have to spend actually playing the game to beat the game. And if you gathered enough stuff, you can get the good bed later in the game. But at this point, I think it's best that you focus on saving the first kid. If you do that, your days will continue to go up by more, and later in the game you can save the rest of the kids, or you can just try to get more beds. So, as you can see, instead of my days just going up by 1 to 3, now it goes all the way up to 5. And that was just one day. Okay, tip number 5 is to trade with the pelt trader. So, on day 2, the pelt trader always comes, and from your gathering, you might get a bunny foot, and you can get this from killing bunnies, which look like this. And then, if you give that, you can get a good axe, an old flashlight, or a good sack. And because getting an old flashlight is easy and you can easily find it in towers around the map, I think you should either get a good axe or a good sack. And if you like gathering a lot of things, then you should get a good sack. And if you want to use wood for a lot of things, you should get a good axe. And from your exploring, you could have already found one of them. Hey, I got ripped off. But you should make a decision quickly because he just stole my rabbit foot. And also, from saving the first kid, you might get a wolf pelt, which is the next trade after the bunny foot. So then you can get even better stuff, which will also help you progress in the game. Okay, tip number 6 is to gather things in the day and use them at night. So what that means is that you go out, use your good sack you got from the pelt trader or just your normal one. Gather supplies, get scraps, get wood, get whatever you can carry, food, anything, and just keep gathering it and dropping it back off. Gathering it and dropping it back off until it turns night. Okay, now that it's night and you have all this stuff, it is dangerous to go out because the deer could get you, and we don't want any chance of dying if we're going to get to day 99. So now we have all this stuff. We can make use of the night by getting everything that we can put in the fire and putting it in the fire. And everything you can put in the grinder and putting it in the grinder. You can also chop nearby trees, or you could gather nearby food and kill nearby animals. So you make use of your time most effectively so you can get everything done and still have time to go out and collect things in the day. And tip number 7 goes back on tip number 6 because this one is to plant trees close to the fire. And it goes back to the last one because if you have trees nice and close to the fire at night, then you can just go and chop them with no risk of dying. So you can get all of your wood collected and you can still go out and get scraps. Just take saplings from other trees. Just plant it nice and close to the fire. So at night when it's too dangerous to go out and collect scraps, you can just chop your trees. And you can get all of the wood you need for crafting and the fire if it's getting really low. And still have time to go out and get all of that other stuff. Okay, tip number 8 is to make farm plots. And these are very important for the fire and your food supply. So, with all the supplies that you've crafted, just make a bunch of farm plots and just place them around your camp. Just place them. Just keep placing them. And now, every single time the carrots or whatever you get grows, you need to take them out of the farm plot so that the new ones can grow. And getting a supply of these is very important for tips 9 and 10. And now that your crops have grown, tip number 9 is to make a crock pot. So, now with all of your supplies, you can craft your crock pot and put it by your farm. Now, take all of that stuff from your farm out, and you can put 3 into the crock pot. And now, if you wait, it will make you a bowl of stew. That gives you so much hunger. And you only need 3, and these crops just keep coming back. So just take 3, put it in there, and you have a really good food supply, and it is very much better than just eating 3 carrots. And you can carry it on you. So you take it now, and they stack. So look, you just have them just in your inventory. So when you're exploring and you're starving to death, you can just eat your soup and not be starving anymore. And adding on to that, tip number 10 is to make a biofuel processor. So, go back with your supplies and just craft it. And also, an extra little tip, put the end into the fire so that when you put your stuff in, it just goes right into the fire. And back to the crops, just take them. Once you have enough soup, just put it in here. Just put them all in here. And you just have infinite regenerating fuel for your fire. So every time these crops grow, you can make food and you can put stuff in the fire. So you don't even have to use wood for the fire anymore. Okay guys, tip number 11 is to use a ranged weapon like this to get your enemies down to low health, and then use an axe or a spear to deal the final blow to save ammo. Okay, as an example, these are these cultists. You shoot them, get them down to low health, and then you just hit them to save an extra bullet so that you can use it later and still have enough ammo to be able to run away when you're at low health. like I am right now. See? I just saved this bullet so I can use it on this guy. But I am at low health, so only use this tip if you have enough health to spare. And this tip doesn't just apply to cultists, so you see this alpha wolf. Hit him, hit him, hit him, and now use your spear and save some ammo. Okay guys, tip number 12 is to lead cultists into barbed wire or something that can damage them to help defeat them faster. And I haven't found barbed wire yet, but I do have this laser fence, so if you just place it over here, now we just have to wait for cultists to come to test it out. Okay, now that the cultists are here, we just have to lead them into the laser fence. So, that one's coming for me. Lead him into the fence. He's getting a little damaged. You just have to keep leading them in there, and then they die. But you can also do this with bear traps, as you can see by all these bear traps I have set up over here. We just have to lead them into them. And see, now they're both gone. That easy. And the shooting ones don't really move, so you can't really use this with them very much, because they're just going to shoot at you. But if you just get rid of them quickly, you can kill off all the other ones before they can do the same to you. And as I said earlier, you can do this with barbed wire, but I just couldn't find any. And see, that one is gone. So I've defeated all the cultists without barely having to even do anything. And because of that, you can continue surviving, gathering supplies, and you don't even have to worry about the cultists. And tip number 13 is to save up your diamonds to get new classes. And let's just go in the classes shop, and there's so many different things, and if you just keep playing and saving diamonds, then you can definitely be able to afford these. So just look at some. I just have the basic camper one, so it's not necessary, but getting better ones like Hunter, Medic, Explorer, or even saving up for these really good ones like Pyromaniac and stuff will definitely help you. And with all these benefits, that will make it easier to continue in the game and maybe even get to day 99. Okay guys, tip number 14 is to play with friends or other people. So I'm just going to go and join a game and see who comes in. So now that we're in the game, I can explain that playing with other people is definitely going to help you because, as you can see, these other people are helping progress in the game and are continuing to go and do tasks that I definitely couldn't have done by now because right now I'm just getting some wood, but these other people can also get wood and can speed up the processes in the game. And if you don't have friends or family that can play with you, you can just go and join a random game in the lobby. As you can see, this other person in the game has been gathering things while I've been keeping the fire alive to get multiple things done when I could have only done one. So playing with other people can help split up tasks and get to day 99 even faster. And now, for the tip you've all been waiting for, tip number 15 is to practice. And I know it doesn't sound like it's that helpful, but practicing will definitely help you get to day 99. It can help you test out all of the tricks in this video and find your own. It can help you slowly get better and better, be able to use more of these tricks, and then finally, you can beat the game. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I think that these will be helpful to you, and I hope that you can use them to accomplish your goals. So thanks for watching. Bye!